Welcome back to Max Reaction. How are you doing today? Hopefully you're doing good. I'm having a great day. A little cold outside, but no complaints. Let me know where you're from if you're new to the channel. But for now, we're going to react to the greatest Filipino invention, the fire piston. So, some say that this could be one of the greatest inventions ever because it led into other inventions, and we're going to discover that through this video. So let's check it out. Let's react to it. Be prepared to be amazed because it is one of the world's greatest inventions.
What is the world's greatest, most influential invention ever made?
Let's
The
see.
wheel, electricity, maybe the internal combustion engine, or its predecessor, the steam engine?
Those are all great.
Well, we're getting close. It's actually the predecessor to the steam engine. Many people find it hard to believe, but if you go back up the chain of ideas to the device which taught the world how to make the steam engine, the gas engine,
right,
as well as how to make refrigeration and air conditioning, we find the most...
All those things are very, very important. Air conditioning really does save lives nowadays. And the steam engine is very important for different countries, well, the world really, into getting into the industrial age. So very, very important. So this is really exciting.
Most amazing invention ever made. But most people have never heard of it, even though it is becoming popular once again. It was the first machine which could produce ultra high pressure with a high tolerance, tight fitting piston in a beautifully crafted smooth bore. Now, it wasn't invented by some learned man who had an engineering degree or a scientist.
Who was it?
We don't even know who invented it. It's thought to have been invented over 1,500 years ago in the Philippine archipelago. Today we call
So they're not really sure who invented it, but they're pretty sure that it was invented in the Philippines. So quite amazing.
Invention, a fire piston. It was used by the locals there on the islands to make fire. The originals
A lighter.
were made of hardwood, carefully crafted with hand tools. The West first learned about the fire piston in 1521 when the Spanish first landed on the Philippine archipelago.
Right.
But these are natively crafted devices which some locals wore like amulets on cords around their necks, were considered taboo by the church. To even talk about them.
I feel like that's like the life, matter of death, because fire, we need fire. We cook with fire. We stay warm with fire. Very important.
Marvel at their fire-making power, which the church, of course, considered to be obviously from the devil.
No.
Could get you the same punishment as claiming that the sun, not the earth, was the center of the universe.
Ooh.
And we all know how that worked out for Galileo.
Right.
In 1595, the first Catholic university was founded in Cebu. And shortly thereafter, academicians started traveling back and forth between Europe and the islands.
Just learned something just then.
Clearly, there is evidence showing that at that time, fire pistons started drifting toward Europe. That evidence is found in the basements of many European museums. Around the time that these fire pistons were coming to Europe, Galileo was having his very first problems with the church. He was eventually put under house arrest for teaching that the sun, not the earth, was the center of the universe.
Right.
And in his later life, he was restricted on his teaching, and he was eventually forbidden to publish. But in 1541, just a year before his death, he spent 3 months tutoring a 14-year-old Protestant genius, a young man named Robert Boyle. Galileo tutored him on many things, including some of the taboo sciences that were forbidden for Catholics to openly study.
That's a shame that
Some
they're forbidden.
people think that Galileo gave young Robert Boyle one of these fire pistons smuggled in from the islands. The reason for thinking this? Well, in his early 30s, when Robert Boyle finished his studies, one of the first things that he did was to have built a large metal fire piston with chambers, valves, and a rack and pinion to drive its piston. He used this device to study and find out just how it is that a fire piston could make fire and yet itself never get hot.
Right.
Boyle was to eventually understand the dynamic relationship between pressure, volume, and the temperature of compressed gases. These principles would later be used in other devices. With carefully crafted pistons, which fit into smooth bores, devices which would turn heat into energy, engines which used steam, air, or compressed fuel
So important.
to power our modern lifestyle. One of my professors once said that the fire piston was, without a shadow of a doubt, the greatest invention ever made.
It's up there.
Sadly,
It's up there.
the fact that it was considered taboo until the mid-18th century held back our modern era by at least 200 years.
Think about that.
That's the reason I feel that the greatest invention, the most influential invention ever made, was a Filipino fire piston.
Think about that, you know, because they considered it taboo, they didn't want it around, and it held us back 200 years. That means right now, maybe we're 200 years advanced in every country. How would that be? How amazing would that be? So it sounds very interesting. Sounds like it originated in the Philippines, and to me, it sounds like it's a very, you know, one of the most important inventions there ever were. I don't know. I'm gonna have to agree with the guy, the man that was talking about it, because if you really think about it, it led to such wonderful things and such advances in life. Anyway, those are my thoughts, those are my feelings. Did you know about the fire piston? Did you know it originated in the Philippines? I don't know, did you? Let me know down below. Let me know if there's any other inventions that we haven't talked about that came out of the Philippines, and that way we can make a video and talk about them. Anyway, those are my thoughts. What are your thoughts? What's your opinions? I don't know unless you tell me. So go ahead and comment down below. Let me know what you want me to react to. Also, I'm going to leave my Facebook page link down below. Go check it out. Sometimes I get blocked videos, kind of like last night. I did the full version of the manhunt. It got immediately blocked after like a minute. So you'll be able to find videos that I put on YouTube there, as well as other videos that don't make it to YouTube that can be put on Facebook. So definitely go check that link out. The Instagram and Twitter link will be down below as well. So go check all those links out. I appreciate it. If you want, hit the subscribe button. Become part of the Max Reaction family. And next time, hopefully I see you on this channel. But for now, peace, love, happiness, spread.